Happy New Year to everybody, and my best wishes to each and every person. I hope this 2021 will give good business and cheers to everyone. Today I want to bring to your notice regarding issues in the valuations. The issues are permission, construction, bank loan, valuer's role. So, first I want to tell you the importance of the valuer's role in the certification of buildings, stage-wise reports or completion reports, etc. The permissions which is given as per the norms of either maybe local body or municipalities or government organizations always adhere to the documents, drawings, constructions, etc. So first I want to discuss regarding the permission. Gram Panchayatis, municipalities, greater municipalities, HMDA or any development authorities in India, any building will have permissions, will have some rules and regulations. Under rules and regulations, certain limits, they will give the permissions with the setbacks or floor area ratio, etc. So, when it is coming to the builders, they are deviating the building norms. Suppose building 300 square yards or 200 square yards or 300, 400, any limit or 1000, 2000. Especially in Hyderabad, the Municipal Corporation of Hyderabad, they framed the rules like that, such that setback areas, suppose if it is 200 square yards, but it is not in the square yards, it is given in the square meters. Suppose 200 square meter, 100 to 200 or 200 to 300 square meters, such type of the properties, the plots, there are some setbacks, front, rear, sides. Suppose let us consider 200 square meters plot, and abutting the roads also important, like 12 meters, 12 to 18 meters, 18 to 24 meters, 24 30 meters, about 30 meters. So the rear side also the setback changes, back also changes, and also front from road the setback also changes. And also especially in Hyderabad, the municipal corporation, which are the plots are falling in the municipal corporation and HUDA, HMDA, Hyderabad Development Authority, the plots which are falling under these limits, the minimum road width should not be less than 12 meters, that is 33 feet. So suppose the front road is not 33 feet road or 30, then at the time of giving the permission, they are making the road into 30 feet, and so the permissions which is given by the municipalities and the HMDAs or local authorities, the setbacks are depending on the road width and also height of the building. This is the permissions which is giving the local bodies. Next, coming to the second point, that is construction. The most of the constructions are taking place in the 200 square yards, 300 square yards or 400 square yards lands. The owners, individual construction owners, they are not implementing such type of the rules. Suppose a 400 square yards property which is facing nearly 50 feet or 60 feet along the road. So the road width is, as on date of the registration, it may be 25 feet. So as per the permission, it should be 30 feet. But due to 25 feet, they are 2.5 feet, this side 2.5 feet, that side they are deducting at the time of the permission. But what are they deducted as per the at the time of the permission? The landowners are not leaving the 2.5 feet. And also, the staircases are coming into the road, on the road, and which is the left portion of the 2.5 feet also they are not leaving. They are keeping the compound wall. From compound wall, immediately they are starting the staircases. So, even deviating the setbacks area also they are not leaving, they are constructing. And height also, suppose ground plus 2 floors has been given for the permission, they are constructing the extra another floor or any other some penthouses or other houses there, other something they are doing. So these norms are their deviation. These all constructions are deviations. Next, third point, bank loan. After getting the permission, without doing any physical work at site, the clients or mediators or any housing loan counselors, they are approaching the owners and they are taking the papers and submitting the papers to the bank. They will come to the site and they will verify the site, the ground. It's only the ground will be there, and immediately they will call valuer and lawyer. They will give the papers to the lawyer and they will give the papers to the valuer, ask them to value the property of open land. Okay, till that is okay. And for the construction of the building, the bank also asks, our client asks the estimations. The estimation will be given according to the permission plan only. Sometimes the client will take the permission for ground plus 2 floors or stilt plus 2 floors. Stilt is nothing but parking. They will construct the columns and slab and they leave the total these things for the parking, and the next floor they will construct the building. That is called stilt, and 2 upper floors. Or ground floors, first floor, second floor. Or stilt floors, next 2 floors, according to the permission rules and regulations. But at the time of the client is going to the bank, on the ground nothing will be there. He will take the estimation from the valuer according to the permission and he will submit to the bank. The bank will, loan process will be done. they will give the loan. After that, the construction will take place. Here is the problem, because the subject, especially the stilt floor, first floor, second floor, the subject is the engineer's subject. When the bank people doesn't have the knowledge of the what is stilt floor, what is first floor, what is second floor. So due to not understanding these things, they are just releasing the amount on first payment, second payment, third payment without consulting the valuers. Why? Suppose if the bank asks the valuer to check the site or inspect the site, give the report. So immediately the valuer may ask some money for the inspection report, intermediate reports. So that's why the owners, they are reluctant to pay the fees to the valuers. So for that, banks also accepting, they are inspecting, and they are going, they are checking themselves, and they are thinking this much completed or something. It depends upon their valuation things. They are paying releasing the amounts. So after that, after completion of all these things, a completion report subject will come into the force. Almost till that the bank will pay. Suppose let us think that the ground floor construction 10 lakhs rupees, they sanctioned the amount and they paid the 9 lakhs rupees. Only 10%, 5-10% will be there. Only after completion of the building they will pay to the client. After completion, all respects right to occupy. Maybe 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or 50,000, 80,000, depends upon the quantum of the loans. But here point is that the real problem will come for the bank and valuer. Of course, not big problem for the valuers, problem will for the banks. So ultimately the bank, what they will do, immediately they will ask us to solve the problem. What could be the problems? I will tell that. What I said, first point is permission. Second point is construction. Third point is the loan. Fourth point of valuer's certificate, final certificate. I will give some 3-4 examples for to understand these things. Some PNB Bank, Punjab National Bank, has been given a loan to a client. That client got the permission for the GHMC, ground plus 2 floors. That is, first the ground which is constructing the ground is a stilt for the parking, upper 2 floors. They sanctioned the amount and the valuer given the estimation for the only ground plus stilt plus 1 floor. So at the time of the first, we given the estimate, the valuer given estimation and everything, they closed. After that, neither the bank nor the client approached the valuer to assess the value or the estimation cost or something else. So what happened? After 1 year, the Punjab National Bank asked the valuer to evaluate the total project value and also give the completion report. When valuer approached the site, he has seen that stilt floor is constructed fully. It is not stilt. Stilt is only for parking, but it is not left for parking. He constructed total building in the ground floor and also constructed the first floor. But permission given, stilt plus 2 floors, and loan sanction, stilt plus 2 floors, but constructed stilt fully and first floor fully. Second floor not constructed. So here what is the problem? Which is the loan is sanctioned for the stilt plus 2 floors, where he constructed stilt fully like a ground floor and first floor. Is against of the rule. Permission granted stilt floor only for parking. Then which is given for the parking purpose, how you construct the total building? Maybe chance tomorrow the government or municipal authorities will come, and if anybody is seen or everybody objected this, the municipal authorities will come and they dismantle the total floor. Especially for stilt floor, which is the walls and other things, only the stilt, only columns will be there, slab and column beams will be there. Such the building, how the value has to be will be given for the completion report. If the completion report given value by knowingly unknowingly, he is going to victim, because the bank will ask how you given. You are having the permission plan and everything, and which building has been not constructed as per the permission plan, and you given the completion report for the ground and stilt plus 2 floors. So every valuer has to look into the matter. At the time of giving the completion reports, one has to check the permission plans. How many floors permission is given? What are the permission? How much permission is given? What is setbacks is given? These all things is to be incorporated in your report. Whatever it may be in the site, you have to tell the what permission is given, what site condition, what is physical measurements, what is permission measurements. Whether the permission, according to the permission, the landowner construct the building or not. So if not constructed, what is the violation in this? What setback area is occupied? How much area, what unauthorized construction is there? In the horizontal and vertical. You give your report. But don't miss these points. Otherwise, all valuers going to be in trouble. Because almost all the banks are taking the indemnity against of the rules. Anything. And next point, UBI, when United Bank of India permission, such loan has given, stilt plus 2 floors. As per the stilt floor, stilt and 2 floors permission is given, and the loan also given for stilt plus 2 floors. Here also what he did, stilt he left. First floor, he constructed half of the building, and he constructed the second floor total building. Does it mean that he is not completed the first floor total building? Inside not completed, only outside the walls are constructed, plastered, and everything is there. When a valuer went to the inside the first floor, nothing is there. Third point, same like the permission granted ground plus first floor, and total amount has been given by the bank. After that, they asked us to give the completion report. Stilt is completed, where the stilt is only for parking, but is not left that total building has been completed, and he did the job for the first floor, and open that there is no floor, but he constructed another floor. G plus 1 given, he constructed G plus 2. G stilt, as stilt he left the stilt, it's okay, but first floor only he is authorized to construct only first floor, but he constructed the 2 floors. There is deviation. How will give the completion report? So basing all these things, so my dear valuers, and careful while giving the completion reports. Okay, you give the completion report with facts, the ground facts, you write down. This otherwise, what is the problem here? So who is a person, whoever you are sending to the site, engineers, so ask them to bring the full-fledged photographs. You do analysis for the photographs and tallying with the permissions and our value first valuation report estimations, you calculate. Specifications also most important thing in this. Specifications, first at the time of the taking loan, they will put the so many big specifications, good specification, and at the time of the construction, they will take the lower specification at site. They complete with the lowest specification materials they use. That also important, and you write down after at the time of the giving the final report or completion report, what specification at the time of you given, what is today's as per the site specifications. It also plays very big role in this. Really, the whatever the amount is given is specified, whatever the amount they got for the loan, it is utilized or not, the value or not, value is there or not. So my advice, don't give just like that the completion reports. It's a big task, because everything indemnity. So I request all you, not request in the whatever it may be, my final advice is that careful while giving the completion report. Thank you very much. My name is Bhimrao.